On today's Business Talk, we will discuss about the role of digital transformation on boosting economy. Indonesia is rapidly advancing towards a digitally driven future through strategic programs, including making Indonesia 4.0 as one of the Southeast Asia's largest economies. Now, the nation recognized the need to enhance its workforce capabilities, foster digital transformation, and integrate AI into various sectors. Indonesia 4.0 serves as the country's roadmap to modernizing its industrial sectors. The initiative focuses on implementing advanced technology such as IoT, AI, automations, and big data analytics to improve efficiency and productivity. Now, these initiatives aim to boost economic growth, increase global competitiveness, and prepare the nation for the challenges of the AI-driven world. So how can digital transformation succeed across various sectors? To explore this, we have Rimini Street CEO Seth Ravin with us here on the studio. Seth, thank you so much for joining us here on C today.
Great to be here with you, Andre.
And welcome to Indonesia, by the way.
Thank you.
Do you come here often, or?
I'm here a few times a year because this is such a dynamic market and wonderful changes happening here. The growth with young people, the ability to grow the economy. This is a great place to be in helping digital transformation.
Now that's nice. Now, how do you see Indonesia's strategic programs like making Indonesia 4.0 drive digital transformation and prepare the workforce for, well, AI for a driven future?
I think the government's work in leading around Asia, I think that this is an important initiative, but the most important thing is people are having a hard time understanding what is digital transformation, what is AI, how do I apply it to my business to make it better? And this is the area that we're going to have to work on all over the world, not just in Indonesia. People are having a hard time connecting these pieces.
Yes. Now, how do you see AI shaping Indonesian industrial growth, and what steps should businesses take to stay ahead?
Well, the first thing they need to do is they need to take some of the money that they're spending to run their business day to day and reallocate that to invest in innovation. They need to be able to have the money, the people, and the time devoted to new technology. It doesn't come for free. And that means they have to look at their current costs and they have to control those costs, find a way to reduce them so they can spend more in innovation.
Right. Now, how can Indonesian enterprises rethink their ERP system and tech adoption to thrive in the age of AI?
Well, as they try to understand AI, for example, if you're running an industrial business, you may want to be able to create all the data from all the accidents and challenges, and you could put that in a system and use it to predict where you might have workplace injuries and then be able to stop those before they happen. That is a real cost reduction and a great use of AI. Just one example.
All right. Now, as digital transformation accelerates, so do cybersecurity risks. Now, what best practice should businesses adapt to secure their digital ecosystem?
Well, every company faces the risk of cyber attacks. This is something that keeps CIOs and government boards all awake all the time. We need to continually make investments in security, but that eats up more and more of the budget. And so we have to have a very good program to reduce existing costs, use the assets we have today, software that we've already purchased. We cannot keep up with doing everything that every software vendor wants us to do. So businesses have to take new initiatives to be very smart about their spending and be purposeful about spending into new technology.
Interesting. Now, why is it so crucial for business to optimize the IT budget and reinvest in innovation, especially amid economic uncertainty and just global competition at the moment?
Well, global competition is so fierce that companies can't raise the price that they're charging for goods, but costs continue to rise. That means profits are being squeezed. This is a profit-driven world. And if we can't find a way to increase profits, we're not going to be successful business. So I've got to lower cost. I have to use technology to replace costly labor, which is the number one cost. And that is a formula for success. So we must invest in technology.
Yes. Now, how does operational efficiency look like in Indonesia, key industries such as manufacturing, finance, or e-commerce, or any other industry in that matter?
Well, I think you're watching some amazing changes even here. We have companies such as GRP Steel who are determined to be Industry 4.0. They're going to lead their industry all over the world. People like Diamond on the ice cream side here in Indonesia. Some exciting clients who are determined to change their world, impact with new technology, reduce costs on existing systems. That's their formula.
It's interesting you talking about Diamond or Sukanda Jaya. Now, how does we're talking about ice cream or milk companies right there. How does the digital transformation actually benefit them, or like how does it work for them to invest actually in tech and help them with their distribution of milk or ice cream in that matter?
Wouldn't it be amazing as a manufacturer to understand from the data, if we have good data and we have good analytics and we have AI, we can do an understanding and learn about what products people want to buy today, tomorrow. What products should I manufacture? Which ones sell well? Which ones do consumers like? All of that is available in the data, and it helps us make sure we're building products and delivering products that people want to buy.
Now, mind you, Indonesia is mostly known for their medium and small and medium enterprises. When we're talking about allocating some budget into IT development or anything to advances on digital in that matter, how do you see it in the current situation right now? How can they at least adopt a little bit, or like what can they do to become part of this digital transformation?
Well, the wonderful part is that we can now do small projects in digital transformation. So small business, which makes up the backbone of Indonesia, can begin to take steps that they can afford in making their own technological advancement. Because remember, this is going to change labor in a way that the world has never seen, because AI will be able to do some of the tasks that people do today manually.
Yes.
That is going to change labor. People need to be able to lift themselves up. They need to have technological skills, and the government recognizes that, and that's the initiative, is to make sure that we have a workforce in Indonesia that can do the jobs of the future.
All right, that's interesting that you mentioned that, because one of the scary thing about AI coming in is actually they're taking over the jobs that people currently have. Now, how do you foresee that? Like, if are the workforce need to be retrained for the future, or how's that going to work?
Yes. And I think that's why the government here has been a very big leader in understanding we have a large workforce in Indonesia that has to be trained for the jobs of the future. And that means working with these advanced technologies, because some of these other jobs are going to go away. This is the kind of disruption we see with every new major technology. But this one will have significant labor impact if we don't get people trained for new jobs that are going to emerge.
All right, Seth. So you're not only here in Indonesia, but you also visit the region like Singapore, I don't know, Malaysia maybe, and then maybe India. How does it differ from like one place to another? And then in regards of the advancements of the technology, at the same time the regulations, the government, and how can everybody collaborate together to make sure? Because we're talking about cybersecurity regulation, and then also the technology, which is advances way faster than the regulation can keep up. So how do you see them, each country doing, and how can they collaborate together?
Well, we're in a different period of globalization. We are in a deglobalization time, where every country is starting to think about its own labor force, starting to think about how do I create jobs for my people. They want to bring and hold manufacturing jobs, have some physical labor jobs. They want to be able to have control of their economy. And that is changing the whole way the world is working. And so that means that you look at what the Indonesian government is doing is an excellent understanding that we must have the right labor to do the jobs of the future. If Indonesia does not move ahead in technology, you'll be left behind. Every country is in the same position. We're all racing. The United States, China, everybody is racing to be a leader in technology in their area. And Indonesia is doing a great job of being a forefront visionary.
Nice. Now, how can Indonesia align its economic growth goals with digital transformation initiatives?
I think the goals are there, but if the people don't understand what does digital transformation mean, what does AI mean, we have to put it in terms that people understand. Oh, if I can use AI to reduce labor accidents in a business, I can save costs and protect people. That's wonderful. There's an example. If I can build better products that people want to buy, that's great. If I want to build better TVs that people want to buy, I can use the data and I can use AI to help me make those decisions. It really helps a business run better.
So, Seth, from your experience, what are the key success factors for businesses undergoing large-scale digital transformation?
I think first, everyone on the team has to have an understanding of what you're trying to accomplish. Don't just start throwing around words like AI and digital transformation. They don't mean anything to people. Talk about things you want to achieve. What are the goals you want to achieve? And then talk about how technology might be able to help you achieve those goals. That is the right place to start.
All right, Seth, thank you so much for sharing with us here on See Today. That was Seth Ravin for Rimini Street CEO. Again, thank you so much for visiting us. I hope I see you again here sooner than later, and we'll see how the digital transformation going to play out here in the country.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that was our conversation on digital transformation for today's Business Talk. You can stay connected with us on Instagram, X, and YouTube. Our handle is @CTodayNews. We are also available online at ctodaynews.com. Let's stay connected.